Good night, good night, good night! Brothers and sisters, to all our supporters and to all our friends, I want to give a special shout out to all those in the diaspora. I want to big up the radio audience, and I want to appeal to all those who are still on the fence and all those who are still undecided. But I want to especially say thank you to the members of the All Saints West United Progressive Party constituency branch. Let me hear it for the All Saints West branch. Well, I'm very happy to be here. And I'm happy to assure Brother Anthony Smith of our steadfast support, solidarity, and appreciation. I want to also say that I know that many of you might have felt a little disappointed with the last person that came on behalf of the United Progressive Party. I can understand how you feel. Many of you would have put your hope in this person only to have your hopes dashed. But hope springs eternal. And so tonight, we are saying that we have hopes and great expectations for Brother Anthony Smith. I want to say that Brother Anthony Smith, we know him as a young man with ambition, but with humility. A young man who identifies with the young, but who has great respect for his elders. He's a businessman. He understands the importance of hard work. I have to say that even though his roots are here in the soil of this community, we know this is a man whose branches will bear fruit for the entire nation. Let's hear it for Brother Anthony Smith, the next representative for All Saints West. I can say I recommend him. I commend him. I can say to the people of this constituency that he's your best hope for redeeming this constituency and bringing our people to a bright blue day. Anthony Smith is the man for All Saints West. But we have to tackle the wickedness of this government, this heartless administration. Oh, we're balling at the gas pump. We're balling at APOA. We're balling in the supermarket. We're balling in the clinic and in the drugstore. We're balling for school meals. We're balling even in the mechanic shop and the body workshop. Antigua people balling. And then you hear the pensioners balling. Oh my, big balling at Clearview. And now today, yesterday, balling at ABS. ABS radio is nothing but cry water in this fair country, Antigua and Barbuda. And yet we get no relief. You know, it was on Tuesday I saw a meme. And the meme said that Gaston Brown and Maria Brown, we saw them there posing at a reception in the Middle East. And the meme said, the meme, you know the meme that you have young people, Facebook and TikTok Oh, you know, right? All right, all right. you know, you get it. Only me want to know. Anyway, so this meme now say, while they party in Dubai, we here in Antigua, we sucking salt. But what they didn't include is that when you done suck the salt, you don't have no water for drink. No water for drink after you had the salt in your gut. Oh Lord, I'm telling you, that is where we are. But we know that a better day is coming. And we know that we have to be the ones to carry this fight all the way. And I'm so happy to see this crowd here tonight. I'm so happy because when I think for every meeting that we have, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we want to tell him, we know he wanted to call the election months ago, but the writing is on the wall and he's afraid. But we want to tell him tonight, if you feel you're a man, if you feel you're a top dog, call the election now.
Turn it up, 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 turn it up.
The people are ready for a change. Call the election now, Gaston Brown. You can run, but you can't hide. You know, just yesterday we heard that the price for cylinder gas now gone up by $20 with the transportation cost that has been added to it to $175. Of course we expected that. When you clap $3.20 on the price of gasoline, what do you expect? That was a wicked act. And gasoline, as we heard earlier today, is at the base of everything. Diesel, transportation and energy costs. So when you put those big increases on people, there's going to be a knock-on effect. And that is the knock-on effect we're feeling now. And we're warning them, don't touch the electricity, because we know they're planning also to carry up your electricity through the fuel variation charges. We are saying, brothers and sisters, that would be the most wicked thing to do. It would be the unkindest cut of all. But have you heard of any plan to cushion the hardship for the average man, woman and child in Antigua? Have you heard of any plan for this administration to contain the rising price of food? Have you heard of any incentive so that farmers can plant more, can get a plan with water so they can feed the nation? Have you heard of any improvement with the school meals program? Remember when we started the school meals program, we said nutrition for learning, nutrition. And so we made sure you got a balanced meal. A balanced meal. Today it's a shame what they're giving the young people. Piece of sausage, hardly any meat kind, liquor pasta, liquor rice, a dry piece of chicken. And what is worse, they have run the school meals program into the ground. If you think I'm lying, ask any merchant in town. Nobody wants to see school meal check. Anytime you come with school meals, voucher or check, the manager gone in the back. Talk to somebody in front, they say it's above my pay grade, but you can't find the manager. They have to rely on a merchant in town to do all the shopping for school meals. School meals don't have any money. They run it dry. They run it bankrupt. And it's the children who are suffering. Brothers and sisters, have you heard of any plans to give our civil servants an increase? It was under the United Progressive Party when the civil servants got their last increase. In the 10 years that we were there, civil servants got an 18% increase. First it was 10 and then it was 8. We gave the Gabatco, the air traffic controllers, a 38% increase. Customs got a 33% increase. Police got a 28% increase. Under the Labour Party, they get a 0% increase. That's the difference between the UPP and the Antigua Labour Party. We care. We put people first, and that is why all of our programs have been for the benefit of our people. And now we hear they're pressuring the workers over at ABS. They're pressuring the workers at ABS, and you know, they're not even trying to be considerate. You can imagine that the workers at ABS, they're struggling and fighting for what is theirs, and you have Cutie Benjamin, they're fighting them down. When they went to the industrial court, they have now appealed a simple matter to deny the workers of their benefit. They're pressuring people, pressuring people. You have to call Cutie Benjamin the down presser man. Down presser man! That's what they are. They're there to pressure people, keep people down. And I want to tell you once again, don't make them fool you and tell you the water shortage is about drought. It's not about drought. Drought is when we used to rely on the ponds and the dams for our water. Today, 90% of our water come from the sea, and not droughting at the sea. It is the mismanagement of the reverse osmosis plants. And it's only after I spoke about this, they call in the water manager, and the next week you hear they say they're buying the parts, the membranes that I spoke about on this very platform, telling the people of this country that the water crisis is a crisis of management and a failure of leadership. Imagine we left a big water storage tank in Patterson's up to now in a connected, and it's still empty. One in Buckley, empty, not connected. In Collins, empty and not connected. 8 years they've been in government, and them they see them big hell of a tank. People can't get water. People can't bathe. People suffering grave inconvenience, and they have a set of empty water tank that could bring relief to people, and they don't connect them. What quality of wickedness that? That is the worst form of wickedness you can find, and there is a special place in hell for people like them. Brothers and sisters, we are saying we have to get rid of these people, and what they need to do is call election. How could Robin Yearwood sit down in cabinet for 8 years knowing that the tanks that UPP left had not been connected, so people were suffering? How could he know that when they took over the Semcorp plant, it was producing 4.5 million gallons of water per day, and now it is down to 2.1 million, half the amount? That is the problem. It's not about drought, it's about mismanagement of the reverse osmosis plants, so that they're not producing what they can produce, and the tanks are not connected so people can't get water. That is the problem, and that is what we need to fix. But you know, we came with a plan to help people with water tanks. We bring relief, so you get a duty off, and we assist you to get your pressure pump, and so they jump on that, and now you hear they're using chopper money for ministers of government to decide who need tank and who no need tank. So you know, no UPP people are getting a tank. Under the UPP, when we do programs, they're non-political. We leave the politicians out, and everybody who is in need and deserving, they can go and they can get the benefit. But you have a set of people in this government, the words you can use to describe them is that they're wicked, they're bad-minded, they're avaricious, they're unscrupulous. Brothers and sisters, they must go. Let me hear you say, they must go. They But you know, they have a lot of things that we have put on the table. And they cog them. They cog the water program. We talk about minimum wage. And all of a sudden, Cutie Benjamin, he run, go, say he convene, but somebody tell me Cutie Benjamin can't run. So they say shuffle for go bring in the minimum wage committee. That's all they're good for. The rice pudding man, Cutie Benjamin, they need to go on a diet. That's what they need to do. Stop taking advantage of people. But we have another program. We have another program. And I want you to hear this new program that we have in mind. We don't mind in the teeth it, because this is a program that is going to benefit those most in need. This is a program that's going to benefit mainly single mothers. The program that we are going to introduce is a program that we call the MOM program. M-O-M. Maintenance of Minors program. Maintenance of minors, and this is how it's going to work. You know, a lot of us understand that when you have a lot of young people, a lot of young children who are trying to make way in life, sometimes I go to the court and I see the mothers there. Sometimes I see the fathers. Some of the fathers end up in jail for child support. Just last week, a young man came to me. He was trying to get a little help because he owed child support, but he wasn't working. Now, this is a big problem in Antigua. It's a big problem where a lot of single mothers have to take the fathers of their children to court. And I say some of the man of them know what list. Some of them are deadbeat dads. But that is not the point. Because in the end, it's the children who suffer. What we will do under this program, we're going to create a fund called the Maintenance of Minors Fund. And within the first 100 days of a UPP administration, we're going to put a minimum of $1 million in that fund. And we're going to organize the program so that where you have a father who is not working, who is doing his best but simply can't make it, the mothers can draw from that fund for the benefit of the child. But the father is not going to get away. Once the father gets a job, and we'll have a special agency that will make it easy for people to find employment. We're going to help them find a job. So nobody feel you can come and say you look for work and you can't find a work. We will help you find the work. And when you get your pay, we take the money out of your pay and it go back into the fund. When the money go back in the fund, it will be like a rotating fund. We will make sure that our children will no longer suffer as a result of fathers who are unemployed. And when the fathers get the job that we help them to get, the money go right back in the fund. And we keep that going and ongoing. And it will be carefully monitored. It will be well managed. But I'm not going to give them all the side work, because I know they're going to want to cog it. But when they cog it, make sure they get the side work right. Because we have already worked out how it's going to go. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and this I say to those mothers who have been walking night and day, week after week, with children who are hungry, who are suffering, we will put a plan in place so that our children will suffer no more as a result of this. Funk your hands if you like the plan. Let me hear you if you like the plan. So brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, we have the ideas, we have the plan, and we will make sure that the people who benefit will be those who are most in need. And I want to end by just saying that we are here tonight to give our full support to our brother Anthony Smith. We want to tell everybody that in 2004 we met arrears of over $1 billion and we fixed that. Brothers and sisters, we met pensioners getting less than $100 a month. We moved it to $800 a month. We met children in schools who didn't have a proper meal and we fixed that. We had children who didn't have uniforms and whose parents had to suffer because they couldn't afford the school uniforms. We fixed that. Oh, brighter days are ahead. Brothers and sisters, let us look forward to a brighter day under the United Progressive Party. The big blue wave is building. The big blue wave, brothers and sisters, is coming ashore. Make sure that you're on board. Victory Day is coming. Redemption Day is coming. A brighter day is coming. A new future is coming. Let us go forward. No retreat. No retreat. One love, one heart. Together we shall win. Yes. What time it is? What time it is? What time it is?